Hey guys, Nba Dfs come back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down today's NBA slate, February 23rd, 2020, Sunday. We got a 6-game slate starting at 6 p.m. We got Minnesota at Denver, Indiana at Toronto, Washington at Chicago, San Antonio at OKC, New Orleans at Golden State, and Detroit at Portland. I'm going to tell you guys what I think my favorite plays are. I don't have any lineups built or anything. I'll have it built, preliminary lineups. I already built mine. I had more projections on here. I switched some stuff up. This is the original projections from RotoWire. These are not my Roto Grinders. This is not my projections. I tweaked mine a little bit, and then I reset it before starting the video. If you guys do get anything out of this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to get back to 3K subscribers. I have not reached that since I was there for a while. I got up to like 3,050 something, and then all of a sudden I went down because the game I was playing it ended. So hoping to get back to 3K subs and be able to do this more often. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Starting off with the Minnesota at Denver game. We're going to go ahead and start off with Minnesota here, the road team. For Minnesota, I have 6 players in the player pool. Actually, scratch that. I have 5. I don't know why he was still in there. Jordan Laughlin, whatever it is. The point guard for Minnesota, I do like today. Minnesota will be without Karl-Anthony Towns, and they will also be without D'Angelo Russell. Therefore, I am going to be getting to a bunch of the value plays there. My top plays will be Jordan, and there'll be Malik Beasley as well. 43 and 5,800. They should be getting a chunk of minutes, a lot of usage, and it's just going to be a good spot for them. So these guys will be higher owned for me. These guys are good in all these here. Josh Okogie is going to be a GPP flyer for me, 4,300, projected around 30 minutes. Once again, Minnesota team that's decimated, has nothing, is going to be good options for value today. Hernan Gomez, revenge game, also with Malik Beasley going up against Denver. They just got traded at the trade deadline. But honestly, I think it's better for them because they actually get to play now. So Hernan Gomez and Naz Reid are going to be picking up a lot more usage with no Karl-Anthony Towns. I am getting to a decent bit of these guys. For the Denver side, I have 6 players in my player pool. This game is a 13-point spread here. So I am projecting a blowout, but even though you shouldn't really be projecting a blowout. Mason Plumlee I have in here. I put him up a little bit more than this so I can get him a little bit. Just in case a blowout run, Mason Plumlee at 3.4K might be a good play to have. He'll be having whatever minutes Jokic doesn't. And if the game is a blowout midway through the third quarter, you could definitely see Jokic sit for a good chunk of the fourth. Mason Plumlee will get the run for that. As long as Mason Plumlee can score 25, 30 points, I'll be able to pay off his price tag. I am getting a lot of Jokic today, a lot of Murray today, a lot of Barton today. Millsap at 4,500 is a very good price. His minutes are starting to tick up a little bit. I'm going to get him in a little bit of my lineups, more power forward than center. And then Jeremy Grant at 3.8K. If it's going to be a little bit more of a blowout run, he definitely has a chance to smash for me. I do like him today as well. But that's pretty much it from the Minnesota-Denver game. We're going to head and turn on the filters to get these guys. Next one up is Indiana at Toronto. Toronto 112 implied total. Indiana 106.5. I am liking a good chunk of these Toronto players. Pascal Siakam is probably going to be the one I play the most today. He is a GPP play for sure, 9,200. He's going to have to get a good game, but against Indiana, I do think he will be able to get there. Van Vliet and Lowry are 2 other options. I am going for. One of them is bound to be good. So if I had to pick one, probably Van Vliet will be my option today. But both of them are looking pretty nice. OG Anunoby, he's going to get the minutes. He's projected low, but there's definitely a chance that if 32 minutes, he could get a point per minute or something. He could get up there. So OG is definitely an option for me, along with Serge Ibaka with Marcus All still being out. Not going to him at all. I am going to Ibaka a bit, projected around 33 minutes at 6.7K. As for Indiana, Sabonis, I am not getting to a lot of. 9,800 on DraftKings is a little bit too much. Just not somewhere I want to go. And I am playing a lot more of these players due to the fact that Oladipo should be out. It is doubtful tonight, I believe. So I have him out. Brogdon, 7K, 100% just a GPP flyer. He has to have a big game. Lamb, I'm getting a decent amount of. Warren, I'm getting a decent amount of. They're just decent value plays today. They're going to get a little bit an uptick in minutes, an uptick in usage. I am getting to a decent amount of Miles Turner as well at a flat 5K. And then these two are just value plays that get thrown about 5-10% of my lineups. TJ could get a little bit more minutes if Oladipo is truly out today. But that's a pretty unappealing game, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next one. And this one should have a nice implied total. Washington at Chicago, 116 total for Washington, 113.5 for Chicago. For the Washington side, it is a humble jumble mess. I have 5 players in here, and they're going to get 5 to 10% each. The only reason why I have them in here is hopefully they click with the right lineup, and that could help me win something. It's just a shit show with Washington since everybody is healthy. So I'm not really too inclined on playing too many of these players. But Bradley Beal, 9,600, is probably my favorite play from Washington. Sorry, my ear itches. As for the Chicago side, I have 4 players from it. I have Gafford, White, Satoransky, and Levine. And that's pretty much it. Gafford's more of a value play. Kobe White is he's just a strong play. Altogether, Thomas Satoransky is going to get an uptick in minutes and usage, and so will Levine. Levine's always a good GPP play for that. But I only have those players in my player pool. Hold on one second. My little brother comes in and decides not to close the door. Anyways, moving on to the San Antonio Spurs at the OKC Thunder. 108.5 total for San Antonio, 114 for the Thunder. For San Antonio, I'm getting to DeRozan, getting to Aldridge. The rest of these guys are 5 to 10% people. DeRozan, 7.2K projected, around 37 points, 34 minutes. I'm getting to him a decent amount. Aldridge I like as well as a core play for myself. I just don't want to get to too much of them just because they're going up against going up against OKC, sorry. I was looking at that. And OKC is a pretty good defense at home. On the other side, I am getting to a decent amount of all these guys. Besides Schroeder. Schroeder, I'm not getting to as much. Gallinari, I like. Adams, I bumped up for my projections. Chris Paul is 8.2K. I'm not sure if I want to get to that necessarily, but he has been playing pretty decently lately, so I might get to like 10%, 15% maybe. And then SGA, 7.1K. I like him as well. This is my 5 players in my for OKC in my player pool today. 2 games down. 2 games to go. Go ahead, guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Just share it out. Try to get me up to 3K again. For this late game, this is probably one of the most appealing games on the slate in terms of implied totals. besides the Denver Minnesota game. That one's the most interesting one for me. But New Orleans Pelicans 124 3/4. Golden State Warriors 114 3/4. It's a high implied total game. Going to be a lot of scoring, a track meet. I am getting to a decent amount of this game. Favors 24 minutes. I'm okay with that at 5.1K. I'm not going to get to him a lot just because he's in the center spot, but I am getting to the favors a little bit. Lonzo Ball, 7.3K, projected around 35 minutes. I'm down with that. I'll say my favorite play on this game altogether is Brandon Ingram. 6.9K. I'm sorry. That is way too cheap for Brandon Ingram. He might not be playing the greatest lately. Where is it showing? 29 points, 30 points. I mean, he hasn't been playing the greatest lately, but he's going up against Golden State, and this is a 100% smash spot for him. His smash percentage is around 31%, ceiling of 52. I am liking Brandon Ingram today. I have him in like 40% of my lineups, 40 to 50% of my lineups. Definitely like him. I like everybody in this from the Pelicans going up against Golden State. Golden State, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in my player pool. Bowman, Looney, Pascal. Pascal I have a lot of. Those guys are value plays. Chris I have a little bit of just because you never know. He could smash here. He has a 28% chance to smash. Jordan Poole, another value play. Andrew Wiggins, he's a very good cash on here. I like him for GPP as well. He's got a floor of 55. I like that. He's got a ceiling of 55, sorry. Floor of 28, which is pretty damn high. I like that as well. 8K, which I think is around where he's supposed to be. And he has a very decent chance of smashing tonight. I do like a lot of this game in general. So if you want to go and stack a game, that's the one to go to. All right, time for the late night hammer. Detroit 108 point per implied total. Portland 114. We're going to start with Detroit, finish on Portland. I really like Portland a lot. So Detroit, I have a couple players. Derrick Rose, I really shouldn't have in my player pool, but I do anyway. He's projected around 26 minutes. That's all right. He should get some usage with a short bench. Brown should get a bunch of usage too as well. I like Brown a little bit more than Rose. Savai and Duambois, I do like a decent amount as well. For value plays, Lansing Galloway is also a decent value play. I'm getting to a little bit of Christian Wood at 7,400. Go on to the Portland side. CJ McCollum is going to be one of my favorite plays on this slate. No Damian Lillard, so he's going to get a lot of usage. He is bumped up to 8,400. I don't care. I'm going to pay that for him. Hassan Whiteside, 9,700, another one of my favorite plays today. Going up against Detroit, who has nothing to stop him. Honestly, all these guys in my player pool for Portland should be getting a lot of ownership. Go ahead, stack up on some Portland tonight. But that's really going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck, guys.